And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ASTV Productions coverage of today's game in Pilot Mound, Manitoba at Blackjack Stewart Arena between the Pilot Mound Hockey Academy U17 Male Prep Buffaloes taking on the Notre Dame Hounds U17 Male Prep team. This is our pregame show brought to you by Fabricland. I'm Graham Forsyth, going to be doing play-by-play for today's game, joined by, to my right, color commentator Cody Wall, and the third man on our panel. We call him the stats guy now, Seth Rock. Boys, got to start off yesterday's game. 8-1 win by the Notre Dame Hounds. The Buffaloes scoring their goal in the third period. But just, talking about Notre Dame, first off, Seth, I'll ask you, and then Cody, you hop in as well. How Notre Dame was able to have so much success against this Buffaloes U17 team.
Yeah, and I think it all stems from how they started the game. They came out fast. They were firing on all cylinders right away, and they were able to get a lot of shots and establish a lot of pressure early, and they were able to maintain it. And we saw the Buffalo start to get tired as the Notre Dame Hounds kept using their feet and their speed to their advantage, and the game kind of got away. And near the end, we did start to see some pressure from the Buffaloes, able to get a few shots, and Rockland Hay was able to score one goal, so that was a good plus side that we saw from the Buffaloes. But yeah, Notre Dame just really using their speed in that game.
Yeah, just to kind of expand on that there, Seth, really looked like from the Hounds, really a 60-minute effort. I know I got a chance to speak to Rick McConnell, and we're going to get a chance to listen to that interview in a little bit here on the pregame show. But, talking to Rick, he did seem a little frustrated with his guys, with the effort level. He thought that they came out a little strong. They came out strong, but maybe fell off near the end. I'm not going to ruin the interview for all you at home there, but, just listening to his kind of thoughts on the game, I'd expect them to come out a lot harder, Pilot Mound to come out a lot harder today and match that effort level that we saw from Notre Dame yesterday.
And speaking of that interview that you did, Cody, we're going to show it to you guys right now. It was Cody Wall before we started this pregame show with Rick McConnell. Here you guys go.
I'm Cody Wall here with ASTV Productions. I'm here with head coach of the U17 Pilot Mound Buffalo, Rick McConnell. Rick, good to have you on here. You're going to be facing the Notre Dame Hounds here again, a team you had seen yesterday. Just going into today's game, what are some of the keys for your team?
Well, first of all, to show up. I thought yesterday we had a good start for a change. First 10 minutes were good, and then we two turnovers, it's in our net, and then we're fighting from behind, and we struggled the whole game. I was very disappointed in our efforts, so it better be different today.
Yeah, you're talking about the effort level there. Just looking at the boys here in the dressing room today, you feel a different kind of mood around the dressing room today?
Yeah, I hope so. We had a long chat after the game last night, and it's time to wake up here and get playing consistency. We're so inconsistent. We can play so well. Last weekend we had a couple really good games. Came out yesterday flat, and we'll see what happens today. We're banged up pretty good. I got a lot of injuries. We're gonna have a short staff here today. So, again, it's a chance for some other kids to step up. But I just hope we've got some jam and some want to put in an effort today. It's all I ask. If we're not going to win the game, that's fine. But let's put our best foot forward and see what we can do.
Yeah, effort level is always, a big thing. Whether you win or lose, you always just want to see improvement, and that's something you're going to be looking from the guys today. Miles Gordon was the starting goalie yesterday. He had a bit of a hard game, as you mentioned. Just didn't look like everything was going right for you guys yesterday. Is he going to be back in net for you guys today?
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I pulled him just to give him a break. He was getting no help in front of him, and he's played pretty well, so I thought I'll give him a break, and I'm going back with him today. And fresh start, and we'll see what happens, and hopefully the guys are ready in front of him.
Yeah, for sure. As you mentioned, he did look good. It was an unfortunate night for him, but it'll be good to see him back out there. As you mentioned, you guys have had a bit of injury trouble, so you're going to be counting on some of the other guys who are in the lineup. Who do you lean to on a game like today where you've kind of challenged the guys? Who do you think is going to really step up for you today?
Honestly, all of them. I'm expecting them all to step up because yesterday I don't know if there was a handful of kids. There wasn't a handful of kids that gave me their best effort yesterday. So as a group, as a whole, we need to get our forecheck back, move on our feet, and I want us to get involved, get aggressive. We're just playing passive, just going out there kind of yesterday anyways, going through the motions. And so I'm expecting everybody in there in that locker room to step up. And I've been hard on them here the last little bit, but I have to be because we're just in that. It's too early to be in Christmas mode yet, so it's time to. We still got 4 or 5 games left here, and 2 big games here this weekend. And Notre Dame's a good club. I'm not going to take anything away from them, but we can play them a lot better than we did. Our first game was a 2-1 empty net 3-1 game, and they've improved too. But I truly believe my kids can compete with these guys if we come ready and it's in the head, ready to play.
Yeah, and we've talked about that a lot during the broadcasts here, just how it looks like the boys have come together as a cohesive unit as the year has progressed. As you mentioned yesterday, maybe not the start and the game you were looking for, but it does look like as the year has progressed, the chemistry has started to form amongst the guys.
Oh yeah, we from the first time we've skated to now, we've made great strides. Unfortunately, injuries are playing a big toll in this. I've got lines all shaken up, and we've had some key guys out. I got Jack Smith out of the lineup, Izzy Amy, two of our older guys, stronger players, and then yesterday losing Jorans, another key part of our team. So it's just a matter of coming out, and again, I obviously want to win, but I want the effort, and if the guys will come and work hard, play together, stick with this, I think we'll be okay. But we have progressed. We're a much better team than we were at the start, but like I said, these injuries are really taking its toll here on us right now.
Yeah, definitely. Injuries always, you don't want that narrative to be one that kind of sticks around. Unfortunately, that is one that kind of has crept up for the Buffaloes this year. I want to wish you guys the best of luck here going into today's game and the rest of this weekend. And I want to thank you, Rick, for coming on with me today on the pregame show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And that was Coach Rick McConnell joining us here on the pregame show. Of course, Cody Wall doing that interview with him. And Cody, I was talking to you about what was talked about in that interview because I couldn't hear much of what you guys were saying. I was talking to Gordy, doing some behind-the-scenes stuff as that was going along. But, he really talked about the effort level. Obviously, the team starting off the game pretty strongly, but after that, they fizzle out for the next 50 minutes. Talk about, what it's going to take, in your opinion, from the Buffaloes to get a better effort level throughout all 3 periods in today's game to try to beat this Hounds team.
Yeah, it'll be as Rick had kind of mentioned in the interview, they'll have to come together as a cohesive unit, really play for each other today. That was another thing they kind of mentioned was, they had Miles Gordon start in net, and he felt like the team really didn't do him much justice in that game as the game progressed, and that was the reason he kind of got pulled early, was just because he thought that Miles had seen enough after the effort level by the Buffaloes in yesterday's game. And but it is he had told me that Miles is going to be getting the start again. I know on the ride home yesterday we had kind of contemplated who would you go to after a game like that. Do you go to a fresh guy or do you go back to your stable hand? And it looks like they're going to be going back to Miles Gordon for today. But I do think that the overall effort level is going to be higher for the Buffalo today, and I think we're going to see a good game from them.
Yeah, I agree, and I like that. I do like the idea of Gordon going back in the net. You're getting some redemption, and maybe the team will elevate their play today. Because they like you had mentioned, like Coach had mentioned, he wasn't a big fan of the team play in that game, and maybe today you get him in net, and they want to make up for the performance from yesterday, and they'll play a lot harder because we know that they have we know that they got speed, we know that they can match the skill of this Notre Dame team, and I really like what you said there, Cody.
Yeah, and Gordon got hung out to dry on a lot of those goals. A lot of open people in the slot area for the Buffaloes. We talked about that so much. I mean, for the Hounds, the Buffaloes leaving them open, but we talked about that so much yesterday. Just the little defensive breakdowns from the Buffaloes that led to those goals. Seth, what you think the focus in that end of things is going to be for Pilot Mound today, going up against a very high-powered offensive Notre Dame team?
Yeah, I think Cody had kind of alluded to it a little bit before when talking about his interview with Coach there. Playing more as a cohesive unit, and I think that that'll play well when they're in their own zone as well, just making sure you have a gauge on where your teammates are, where to send pucks, where to put pucks, tripping it off the boards, or even trying to send a stretch pass if the guy is open. It all depends on where your teammates are, and it all depends on how your awareness is, and you just gotta focus on that awareness. And I think if they do that, then they'll be able to find more success in the defensive zone.
Cody, obviously we've seen that injuries are starting to take its toll on this Buffaloes lineup in terms of how many players are out. We saw Jordan Koosman's going down with a scary injury yesterday. Already coming into this weekend, like you look at it, Izzy Amy, Jack Smith, Matthew Floyd out already for their forward group, as well as Kean Hodgins is scratched, and Keegan Leach coming back as well, but he was out. Nice for them to have him return, as he is arguably their best defenseman. But, you talked to Coach Rick McConnell about it. What, in your opinion, does that truly do for a coach, just going back to the drawing board, having to plan for these players, even more players now being out of the lineup?
Yeah, he had kind of mentioned it in our interview that he's really going to have to count on other guys to step up in the lineup with missing some good players. Mentioned Jack Smith. He is one of the top offensive guys on this team. Izzy Amy, a guy who's often a leader on this team by throwing the body, playing physical, and the list goes on. Losing Jordan Koosman after, I had mentioned in yesterday's broadcast that he's been improving as the years progressed. Injuries are always a part of sports, but it really looks like Pilot Mound has really caught that injury bug lately, and hopefully with that Christmas break coming up soon, they have a little bit of time to get healthy and get back to having everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, and before Seth chimes in here, I'm going to ask you a separate question here, Seth, about the lineup. But, yeah, like you said, no better time to get injuries. You don't want to see them happen by Christmas break approaching. Give the boys some time to rest and, hopefully be 100% ready to go for the new year of 2022. But, Seth, just looking at it, if you are head coach Rick McConnell, how are you trying to structure the lines today against a Notre Dame team where this Buffaloes team wasn't able to get many shots?
Yeah, I think there is a bit of structure that's going to go into this game, and I think it's going to be more of a balanced thing. Maybe you put some your higher goal or your higher point producers with some guys that are more defensive, reliable, just to kind of balance out the lines and see if you can get offense from multiple lines and get some good defense from your scoring line. If that's how things are going to work, I just really think that a good balanced lineup, a mixture of scorers with a mixture of defensive, more shut down physical guys can be a real beneficial factor for the Buffaloes today.
Well, speaking of Notre Dame now, I had a chance to sit down with head coach of the team, Dustin Ernest, here for the pregame show, and we talked about yesterday's game for the Hounds, what he liked from the team's performance, as well as what it's going to take to beat the Buffaloes today again. Dustin Ernest joining me here. Dustin, huge 8-1 win for the team yesterday, dominant in almost every facet of the game. How happy were you to see the boys come out and start off this weekend with a bang over Pilot Mound Buffaloes team that you played yesterday?
Well, it's always interesting when you get on the road and it's a long bus ride. You just hope the boys are ready and prepared, right? So we made sure that was the fact, and we were ready to go when we got here. And the boys, had this rough little couple of minutes off the start, but that happens. But we took advantage of it, and we had a good game after that. It was a full good 50 minutes after that. So I was proud of the boys.
You guys limited the shots by quite a bit, heavily outshot the Buffaloes. Just talk about how pleased you were to see the puck possession your team had first off in yesterday's game.
Well, we take pride in our own end for sure. Our defense are all very mobile, and they like to jump into the play. But like I said, we want to take care of our end first, and our chances will come in the offensive zone. There wasn't any penalties yesterday, really. I think there was 2 power plays to them and 1 for us, and I mean that's good 5-on-5 hockey. But we limited their shots to the outside, and that's how you're going to win hockey games.
The goaltender in yesterday's game was number 1, Josh Muir. He looked solid on almost every shot that he faced except for that 1 goal, but it was a great shot put on by Rockland Hay of the Buffaloes. Just talk about how pleased you were with his performance in yesterday's matchup.
Yeah, Mearsy's been playing real well, and so has Andy. So, it's pretty easy decisions to go back and forth with those guys. They've both been playing very well for us. We're helping them out a lot, but they're dialed in, right? We're clicking right now, and hopefully things keep working. But yeah, Mearsy played real well yesterday. He was, he didn't have a lot of shots, but he was sharp when he needed to be, and that's what we need out of him. So
are you guys going with the other goaltender, Andrew Chrysler, in today's game?
Yeah, we're going to go with Andy today. He's been playing well too. So he's ready to go. He's an interesting guy. They both room together. They have a good real routine before the game, so it's fun to watch those two go. They're a good pair.
Looking at it, obviously the Buffaloes are going to come out hungry to try to get in the win column in today's matchup. What's going to be the key for you guys to continue to play the way you guys are playing and potentially get another win here this weekend?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like the Buffaloes they're a very strong team. They're a big team. They hit well. They're physical. This league is very well. If you're not ready to go, it's going to be rough on you. So you have to be prepared. But for us to be successful, we have to use our speed, move the puck, finish checks, all the little things, and keep things simple. And we should be okay.
Thanks, Coach. Best of luck to the team out there today.
Right on. Thanks a lot for having me.
That was head coach Dustin Ernest of the Notre Dame Hounds U17 male prep program. Joining the show here today. Sounds like the boys are starting to get on the ice. Before we throw it to a commercial break, though, Cody, talking about, Notre Dame looking to start this game a bit faster than yesterday, as that was what Dustin said was probably the only downfall of the team in that game.
Yeah, watching early on, we had kind of mentioned it in the broadcast that we thought Mound had a good start to that game. Unfortunately, that was kind of where it ended for them. I would say that, the Hounds are probably going to look to have a better start because it did look like they came out a little sluggish and look to get some offense and get the puck moving nice as the game progresses here.
Yeah, and I definitely do agree with you there, Cody. Maybe they wanted a little bit of a faster start yesterday. I still think it was a pretty good start for them because they were able to get a few shots in the first few minutes there. But, definitely they're going to be looking to really, for the full game, 100%, have 110%, have a full just speed right off the start and really forecheck hard. And that's definitely what I'm going to be expecting from the Notre Dame Hounds here.
No doubt about it. Something you've been saying many times, Seth. Ever since Thursday is 110% going to be key in this game today for both teams. And, we'll be back here in just a moment. We're going to throw to commercial break. You're watching the pregame show brought to you by Fabricland here for today's game between the Buffaloes and the Hounds from Pilot Mound, Manitoba.
At CM Engrave, we create more than just trophies, medals, and signs. We create time for family, time for growing your business, time for the moments that make you, you. With more than 30 years experience for all your engraving needs. CM Engrave.
Welcome back to Pilot Mound, Manitoba, folks. I'm not sure where the rest of my broadcasting partners have gone, but I'm still here with you, Graham Forsyth, doing the play-by-play for today's game between the Buffaloes and the Hounds. And the Buffaloes definitely looking to give a better effort in yesterday's game. That was really something Rick McConnell talked about in the interview. He wasn't happy with his team's effort level. They need to show up today, and against a very good team like Notre Dame that has been and is playing like one of the top teams in the whole U17 prep division, they'll be definitely looking to keep it going this weekend as well. With a win here today to get their second of the weekend against Pilot Mound. Their third of the season as well. And for the Buffaloes, I feel like a huge part of their game today is not only going to be their effort level, but just their ability to make passes as well. So many times when they would get the puck on their stick in yesterday's game, they wouldn't make a clean pass. It would either be behind or the pass would be into a area that was closed off by a Notre Dame player. So that's definitely something the Buffaloes are going to have to take some time doing today, working on better patience with passing the puck. And then another thing as well is just not forcing it to areas that are closed off as well. Taking a look before you are passing, not just rushing it. And also, one last thing for the Buffaloes that has to be huge, they need to help out their goaltender, Miles Gordon, is not getting sucked in down low and not leaving a guy open in the high-quality scoring areas like the slot area. If the Buffaloes are able to do those things today, they'll have a better chance to compete at a high level in today's matchup between the Notre Dame Hounds. And for the Notre Dame Hounds, I just feel like the biggest thing is getting off to a better start. The Buffaloes got off to a fairly decent start yesterday, and then they fizzled out. For Notre Dame, it was kind of the opposite. Got off to a bit of a shaky start, but then started to really pick it up as the game went along. And for the last 50 minutes, like Coach Dustin Ernest said, that was huge for them. In them just having that effort level, winning races to the pucks, winning many of the puck battles as well, and generating a lot of shots on net too. Just their D-zone coverage was really good as well. I think that's something that they'll want to do again today, is just, keep good position in the defensive zone, take away the space for the Buffaloes and really keep stuff to the outside, keep things to the outside in this game here today. And another thing is just, taking advantage of the Buffaloes' miscues as well. We saw on a lot of times that Notre Dame was doing a really good job of exposing Pilot Mound their open spaces. Definitely something that they'll be looking to do today is use their speed, bring Pilot Mound to them, and really open up the space for them to pass it to themselves. And the boys are here now. Seth, thanks for getting me that Gatorade, buddy. It's really appreciated. Gonna be enjoying sipping on that as this game goes along. But Cody Wall here as well. I gave the keys to the game here in today's game, boys, but I'm gonna ask you guys, who you think a key player is gonna be for the Notre Dame Hounds and the Buffaloes in today's game?
Yeah, going here in today's game, we saw number 9 of Nicholas I always mess up that name. Karksmeyers. Nicholas Karksmeyers had a pretty significant game for himself yesterday. I do think he's probably going to be a player that's going to want to build off of that going into today. He was playing a very offensive game, as well as he was able to play some of the physical game that we often like to see out there. He is a player for Notre Dame that I think is going to be notable today.
And player from Pilot Mound, I'm going to have to go with a player like Carlos De Leon. He's really impressed me multiple times throughout the year, being able to put the puck in the back of the net, but as well as putting the puck in the back of the net, he's able to really kill penalties well and play just an overall solid defensive game. And I think in a game like this, where they need to have a little bit more of a better defensive effort, I think we all agreed on, I think Carlos De Leon could really help.
Yeah, for sure. Those two players looking to be key parts of their team's success in today's game. But looking at the starting lineup here, and then we'll end off our pregame show It's going to be for the Buffaloes. We're going to see Miles Gordon net once again, number 31. Number 20, Lyle Constant. Number 19, Jade Wendigo. And number... not Jade Wendigo. Yes, Jade Wendigo. And number 14, Sam Takahashi getting the start for the Buffaloes today. Riel Chartrand, number 7. And number 22, Keegan Leach getting the start on the back end for the Buffaloes. And then for the Hounds in today's game, getting the start in net is going to be number 30, Andrew Price. And then getting the start up front is going to be number 10, Ryan Zabchuk. Number 17, Taven Schlatt. And number 11, Gabriel Bujo. And on the back end, we're going to see number 6, Aiden Miller start, along with number 14, Baden Powell. That's going to conclude today's pregame show here from Pilot Mound, Manitoba. Enjoy the game, everybody. Graham Forsyth along with Cody Wall and Seth Rock on the call for today's game. And today's game is, well, the pregame show was brought to you by Fabricland. This game today is brought to you by one of our proud sponsors on the network, Toby Hockey. Some pretty cool equipment they got there, Cody. Maybe for these hockey players, the parents out there, maybe want to look at Toby Hockey and get some Christmas presents for their kids.
Yeah, that Toby Hockey with that blade, that fancy blade. I haven't used it myself, but just watching and seeing the dynamics that go into that building that blade is something I definitely want to use if I were playing.
And we're underway here in Pilot Mound, Manitoba, between the Hounds and the Buffaloes. The Hounds in the offensive zone early. That's going to be a shot wide of the net by Taven Schlatt. Puck's going to be rimmed around the Buffaloes' end. And, getting closed off there was Laz Constant. Notre Dame sending a message early to one of Pilot Mound's most physical players out there that they're... not going to take him lightly today. Schlatt with a beautiful pass. Slides it under the stick of a Buffaloes player to Zabchuk. But that one going high of the net, missing it. Hood stepping up into the play now. It's going to be Keegan Leach going to number 7, Riel Chartrand.
Sometimes when one of your notable players takes a big hit like that, like Laz Constant did, sometimes can wake you up. So we'll see if going forward that's something that Laz can do.
And Carlos DeLeon going to get the shot block there. He's battling, pinned up along the boards, down below the goal line in the Notre Dame zone. And now the Hounds going the other way. Chad Bates with it past the blue line. He's going to stop up past the Hood, but that one unable to connect. The Buffaloes looking to break out now. Zane Price getting caught up on the boards there. It's in the neutral zone. Good stick work by Notre Dame, and they get possession of it. It's going to be Schneiderman looking to take it around the net. He's going to try playing that out in front, but that one unable to get through. Aiden Murray now going to put it down low, below the goal line in the Buffalo zone. And it's going to be the Buffaloes looking to break out here to an open Schuer now, and Schuer going to get a stick on it and tip it into the Notre Dame zone, and Notre Dame breaks out.
Yeah, and so far early on, Notre Dame's come out flying early on in this period. You know, something they were talking about they wanted to rectify coming into today's game, and it looks like coach of the Hawks, Dustin Ernst, really got his boys going early on today.
Remember, it's the Hounds, Cody.
Hounds.
No worries. It's we've covered a lot of teams, so both names with H is gonna make that mistake once in a while.
Yeah, and to be fair, Cody, there, we do cover another team, the Pembina Valley Hawks, so mistakes so happen once in a while.
Thanks for the help there, boys.
That shot by Aiden Miller gonna get out of play after that shot was saved by Miles Gordon, getting a face-off draw inside the Buffalo zone.
Yes, the Hounds today have came out flying, firing on all cylinders today.
Davis with a low shot that's going to miss the net. That ricochets off the boards, back into Notre Dame possession, and that pass across to Karksmeyers. He didn't get enough of that as he fanned on it, and that one ultimately going wide of the net. Karksmeyers below the Pilot Mound goal line, behind the net. It's going to be Aaron Shanks there for support. He's going to play that off the boards up to a point man in Davis. Davis's shot going to be a routine save made by Miles Gordon to cover things up here. And Cody, I'll let you hop in a minute, but one of the keys to the game I said for the Hounds was to start strong early. Definitely, like you said, you've been alluding to it, definitely getting just that.
Yeah, they've come out flying. So early on, I can't say I've seen the Buffalo able to match the speed early on in these first 4 minutes, but hopefully going forward, Rick McConnell, after having a good talk with the boys, will inspire them to put forth a good effort for the rest of the game here today.
And Riel Chartrand with the puck. He's going to turn that over. It's going to be Monson, and Monson's shot going to be saved and covered up once again by Miles Gordon.
You know, despite, sorry, I can't really speak this morning, or this afternoon, I guess, but the Hounds, what the Buffaloes have already done that I've noticed that has been a lot better is their defensive zone positioning has definitely improved from yesterday so far.
Yeah, and that is another key to the game that I talked about while you boys were off during the pregame show. Is the Buffalo's D-zone coverage has to tighten up a bit more. Let's see if it'll continue as this period and game goes along. Now it's going to be Carlos DeLeon going to stick on that and able to chip it deep into the Hound zone now. There for support is Constant. DeLeon gets the puck back on his stick. He's going to go up to the point to Leach. Low shot, saved. Turned away by Andrew Kreis, his first shot faced in the game today. Now Laz Constant going to get the puck back here. He's going to send a backhand pass to Sheward. Sheward going to send this one down low. And now the Hounds looking to break out, but that's going to be turned over. Leach, his shot gets redirected on the way through. Save made by Kreis. Number 4, Emerson Sheward going to be brought down, and here's going to be the first power play opportunity for the Buffaloes in today's matchup with 15:23 left in the first.
Yeah, and that was something I was going to mention. Something I thought might come into play is maybe getting a couple more penalties here, and it is going to send Pilot Mound to the Supplement King power play. Athletes contact Supplement King in Swift Current and Winkler today for all your supplement needs.
And the Buffaloes looking to get some early momentum generated their way here on this power play. It's going to be Chartrand along with Leach out on the point for them. Chartrand battling. He's going to go to his knees and get that one down low. Chartrand gets it right back at the left face-off circle at the hash marks near the wall. It's going to be to Jade Wendigo, playing it up to the top to the point to Leach. Leach, his shot going to get blocked, unable to get through.
Nice shot through traffic from the point by Leach to try and get it through where Kreis can't really see.
And Emerson Sheward, after bobbling that puck there, mishandling, gets turned over, and it's going to be sent into the Buffalo zone as the Hounds continue this penalty kill. Leach going to take some time and go back behind his net to Riel Chartrand. Chartrand going to go back to Leach by banking this off the boards behind the net. Schneiderman able to send this one in for the Hounds. He's on the forecheck here on this penalty kill. 50 seconds remaining on this power play. This man advantage for the Buffaloes. Leach, as good as he's been all season on his edges, looked very good there once again. DeLeon, his pass a bit too soft, going to be picked off by Davis, and Davis sends it on net. Gordon able to save that and leave it for a teammate. Only 30 seconds remaining on this Buffaloes man advantage now. Leach, he's going to pass it up in the neutral zone to Constant. Constant working it towards the middle, gets it back. That's going to be turned aside by the stick of Andrew Kreis. Bear getting it at the point. Bear getting pressure, going to go to Constant. Constant down low to number 17, Carlos DeLeon. Back to Constant. Constant, he's going to shoot, and that's going to be a save made with 3 seconds left on the Pilot Mound power play, the Buffaloes power play. Save made by Hounds goaltender Andrew Kreis.
One thing I kind of noticed early on in this game and even last game is when the Buffalo are going for a loose puck, seems like they sometimes take the long way to getting to where the puck's at. Sometimes I think if they take a little bit more of a direct approach instead of looping around, do more stops and starts, get them to the puck a little bit more, and they probably have a little bit more possession.
Penalty is over now for the Hounds. It's back to 5-on-5 here. The Buffaloes in their own end. The Hounds pressuring. Braden Bear for the Buffaloes. Going to get tied up on the wall in his own corner. It's going to be Rockland Hay with it now. The team's only goal scorer yesterday for the Buffaloes. Trying to get this out, but 3 Hounds players there. You guys are just able to see it as there are some blind spots. We do apologize. You guys won't be able to see exactly everything that happens in this game, so we'll fill you in when the play is in those blind spots.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Rockland Hay getting the only goal for the Buffalo yesterday, and look to him to see if he can continue on with some of that offensive skill they showed here. And what a big hit!
Yeah, and you guys saw that one. What a huge hit there by Braden Bear on
Zabchuk.
Player on Zabchuk there. Man, that was a big one there, Cody. Here we go. Emerson Sheward, he tries to cut to the inside, but he's going to have that poked away from himself. Or from him, and it's going to be Karksmeyers puts a low shot on net. That's going to be wide of the net on the rebound. Nobody got a clean stick on it there for the Hounds. It's going to be past to Cooney, and Miles Gordon coming out of his net to challenge there and getting a piece of that Cooney shot, sending it out of play.
Yeah, I'm sure Laz Constant didn't mind Braden Bear lining up Zabchuk on that one. I know going back to yesterday's game, Constant and Zabchuk were kind of jostling with each other and actually ended up getting coincidental penalties in yesterday's game when Zabchuk was beaking the bench and Constant was having none of that.
And now it's going to be Constant getting sent with a pass out of his own end, off the wall. He's going to end up sending it to Takahashi. Takahashi goes down low with the puck, sending that around to Jade Windigo. Last Constant, he's battling in the corner there, losing the battle, but it gets sent in deeper into the zone by Maddox Daryanka. Now it's going to be Karksmeyers. He's going to cut outside inside now on Daryanka. Karksmeyers loses the puck but gets it back. He's going to send that across to Bujo. Bujo, it looked like a cross-crease backdoor pass attempt there, but that one misses a teammate. It's below the Buffaloes goal line now. It's going to be Aiden Murray up in the play, and what a snipe for the goal! Open up this game today. Bujo finding that left corner, that high glove side of Miles Gordon, and the Hounds open up this game with a 1-0 lead.
Excellent goal, and you know what? If you're anything like me, you love to see those goals hit off the bar and in, and just it makes it 10 times more fancy, in my opinion.
Yeah, nice goal there, but a little surprised there with the skirmish of Windigo, and not sure who the Notre Dame player was. That wasn't blown dead, but unfortunately for the Buffalo, that was not the case, and that was a goal.
And we play on here. The Hounds up 1-0 here with 10:40 on the clock left here in this first period. As of now, it's going to be Monson now coming in. He shoots, and that's going to be a nice glove save by Gordon, and he covers things up here.
I must say that the Buffalo have committed to playing a little bit more physical game. They have early on looked like they have been trying to engage a little bit more than they maybe did yesterday. Missing a guy like Iziemi who, every shift brings that physicality. Somebody, you got to kind of replace that in another way with other players.
Aiden Miller going to number 18 there in Monson. It's going to be Schlatt going to look to start a cycle for his team down low, but it's going to be Chartrand coming in to get that puck and cutting off the play. Baden Powell jumping in now to the play. He's going to kick it up with a skate. It's going to be Schlatt at the point. His shot through some traffic is going to be wide of the net. Schlatt playing it up to Powell. Powell tries sending a quick one back to Schlatt. That's picked off. The Buffaloes, a missed pass there. Unable to find a man on the breakout. Schlatt now. He's going to send it down low to Monson. Monson's shot going to be wide of the net. Edouard Hood plays that off the boards to a teammate, but they're unable to cradle it as the Hounds. And now in front of the net, it's going to be a tip by Bates. And that is going to be turned aside by Gordon and played out of the Buffalo zone. Here's Davis now, skating with the puck. Davis going to go to Schneiderman. It's going to be played into the Buffalo zone now. Schneiderman giving chase for the Hounds. It's going to be out in front. Zabchuk wide open there. It's going to be Schneiderman to Hood. Hood, his shot getting turned aside there by Miles Gordon off of a screen. Schneiderman now, he's going to get robbed out. He's going to get twisted there. Turned around, and now Schneiderman back on the forecheck, but it's going to be turned over into the Buffalo's possession. Davis at the point. Now his shot going to be wide of the net. He was looking for that high blocker side on Gordon, and it's all Hounds right now, Cody.
Yeah, very much high pressure from the Hounds going on here. Really a good overall play from them early on in this first period.
And now it's going to be out wide, and that's going to be back to Shanks. And Shanks unable to get a clean handle on it there, receiving the pass. And now it's going to be Keegan Leach going to a teammate. It's going to be Schneiderman. Going to get rubbed out there in the neutral zone. And now a missed pass from DeLeon. Going to Takahashi. And now it's going to be Bujo going cross crease. And oh, that one's staying out of the net. But the Hounds keep on it.
Yeah, that was a bit of a lucky sequence there for Miles Gordon. He was really out of position on that one, fooled. But
Sam Takahashi, challenging shot there put on net. But Kreis up to the challenge, turning that one away. And now it's taken the other way by the Hounds. Canton looking to take it wide on Bannerman. He's going to just send it off the boards behind the net to a teammate. It's going to be along the hash marks. It's going to be up to Miller. And a nice active stick there from Constant, turning it over and going the other way. Constant now going to spin around. He loses the puck in his feet there, but Constant able to still hold possession of it. He gets rubbed out. And now the Hounds take possession of it, and they're going the other way. Karksmeyer is going to send this one in below the Buffalo's goal line. Karksmeyer's able to bring this one out, and that's going to be in close. The Buffalo's able to survive that one.
Yeah, that was almost a highlight reel goal there with that high tap in by Karksmeyer's.
Now in the corner, it's going to be the Hounds getting possession of it, and a penalty coming up here to the Hounds. 2 minutes for interference. And the Buffaloes going to another power play here, Cody.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to be going back to the Supplement King power play. Athletes, contact Supplement King and Swift Current and Winkler today for all your supplement needs.
Yeah, and that's past shift. That Buffalo's line got cut out there for a little bit. It looked like Laz and his line mates were a little bit tired after that shift. But, yeah, here's an opportunity for the Buffaloes to really get back in the game by getting a power play goal.
Shots are 11-4 for the Hounds to this point. The Buffaloes looking to change that here on this power play, looking to get some more in the shot category. Takahashi at the blue line, going to send that to Braden Bear. Bear's going to go to his partner in Leach. Leach, low shot on net. Going to be turned aside there by Kreis. And going to be sent out of the Buffalo zone, Miles Gordon. Or out of the Hound zone, Miles Gordon. Going to stop up the puck for Leach. And Leach doing a off the net bank to himself to evade the pressure. Evade the player.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Little tap off the post right back to himself, and he evades the defender.
Leach sending it up to Sheward, but that pass going to be picked off. You guys could not see it there. It is in our blind spot right between the benches. I believe it was Sheward and another Hounds player kind of getting into it a bit as they were going to the bench, but they both skated off. And Constant going to use the boards, trying to at least gets closed off there by Aiden Murray. Good job by him, using his body, sacrificing it. But Constant is back on the puck now. Murray battling with it. Battling with Constant. And Daryanka along the boards battling with Shanks. The Buffaloes looking to move this puck around. They're going to get possession of it. Last Constant fending off a player. That's going to go to Leach. His shot going to be blocked though. And Leach unable to hold the line. 20 seconds remaining on this Buffaloes power play now. It's going to be a pass off the skates of Zane Price.
Definitely a stronger power play this time around than last time. I know they haven't generated too many shots, but they have been playing more in the offensive zone than the last power play.
And yells from the bench. I'm sure you guys could not hear that, but yelling that it's even, and that we are. Back to even strength between the Buffaloes and the Hounds. 4 minutes and 7 seconds remaining here. The Buffaloes only registering one shot on that power play.
Yeah, only one shot, but like I had kind of said before, they were able to play in a lot in the offensive zone, which is early on something we haven't seen in this first period from the Buffalo.
And definitely an improvement from their power plays last night. I agree with you as well on that one, Cody.
Now Braden Bear, he's going to get pressured there by Hounds player behind the Buffaloes net. I believe that was Schlatt. And now Chartrand going to bank that off the boards. It's going to be Petrenko getting it out, and here's an opportunity. Constant wide open, but a nice close off there by Davis to get a skate in front of the puck.
Yeah, Constant was open, but just unfortunately the defensive player for the Hounds really had a great placement and wasn't able to get that pass across.
The Hounds doing a very good job of getting into the passing lanes and the shot lanes this weekend so far against the Buffaloes. It's going to be picked up by Bates, and no, Bates unable to cradle that puck cleanly. It's going to be Zabchuk getting laid out by Keegan Leach, and that was the second time. Not as big as the first one, Cody, but Zabchuk getting some physicality brought his way.
Yeah, and a little bit behind the play here. It does look like we have a player down.
Looked like he tried going in for the hit, but was caught up high by an arm on definitely an accidental play, but, you know, scary nonetheless.
And you guys were unable to see that as the play was in the Buffaloes' end. That's where our camera is pointed, but this not looking good for the Buffaloes. And who exactly went down there, boys?
I do believe it's Sam Takahashi. I think just reading the back of his jersey, it does look like there is a T to start the name, and I think it's a number 14.
Yeah, I do believe you are right there, Cody. And if Sam Takahashi, is unable to return in this game, that's just another blow to this Buffaloes lineup up front. Not only because you're losing another skilled player, but you're also losing more bodies for the bench.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, that injury problem goes from bad to even worse here if he can't return to the game.
Yeah, just very unfortunate time for the Buffalo in that injury aspect. Glad to see Sam Takahashi getting up here and is at least skating off on his own free will. Hopefully nothing too serious. Maybe hopefully he can still return to today's game, but only if he is under the right circumstances. Never want a guy to return too early from an injury there, Graham.
No doubt about it, Cody, and like we have been talking throughout this broadcast already, if there's any time to get injuries, you don't like to see them, but this is about the time. This Christmas break is coming up very soon.
Yeah, time to get a little bit of fresh legs and get everybody to get healthy.
Yeah, no doubt. Get some nice Christmas presents and have some nice dinner as well with the fam.
Yeah, maybe some guys will get some Tovey hockey sticks for Christmas.
Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Murray with a shot from the point. Murray also giving a shot to Emerson Sheward there. Emerson Sheward going to skate it into the zone. He tried to quickly stick handle and make a move by Murray, but Murray better with the stick there. Stewart gonna leave a touch pass there for DeLeon, and DeLeon coming in now. DeLeon cuts towards the middle, has that shot blocked and taken the other way by the Hounds. Schneiderman gonna dangle pass. Leach there, able to evade him, and a pass to Bates. That one gonna be wide of the net.
Yeah, nice shot by Bates there. Really just going from one side to the other. Just a nice shot placement.
Aiden Murray went to Karksmeyers, and you guys cannot see it. It is in the blind spot. There is a net guard. Came off one of the players, so going to be interesting to see if that gets picked up. But who trying to dangle pass, get through Rockland Hay there, but Hay good with the stick. Over just 1 second remaining. It is now a minute left in this opening period here between the Buffaloes and the Hounds. Last constant in on the forecheck, forcing a turnover. Gets that to the point to Nilsson. Nilsson, his shot low, wide of the net.
Yeah, early on in this period, I've noticed the Hounds really neutralize Laz Constant. Often, anytime he touches the puck, they're applying a lot of pressure to him.
Leach with a low shot, going to be turned aside from the point by Andrew Kreis, and now taking the other way. Shanks goes to Cooney. Cooney tries going back to Shanks, covered up there. The Buffaloes able to get this puck out of their own end now, and it's into the neutral zone. 13 seconds remaining in this period now. It's going to be sent into the Buffalo zone. Potentially one more shot here for the Hounds. A nice move there by Schlatt, and now here's a chance, but that shot unable to get one off cleanly was Cooney. And Gordon making the save, and that's going to do it for this first 20 minutes of action. 1-0 the lead for the Hounds going into the next 20.
Yeah, definitely. There are definitely some positives to take from both teams. If you're the Buffalo, the fact that it's only a 1-goal game right now, I'd say that's a positive. Looking at the shots, they have registered more than they did yesterday for almost the whole game. So, a couple of positives for them to take into that first period.
And yeah, for sure, Cody, there was periods of time in that first period where Notre Dame was just absolutely all over the Buffaloes. But near the end of that period, the Buffaloes really getting more offensive zone time, which is a nice thing to see for them. And we're going to have to see how the rest of this game goes. The next 20 minutes for sure, as that is what will be coming up next in this game. But coming up next on this broadcast, we're going to send it to our first period commercial break and be back here with some interviews for you guys. This first period was brought to you by Caisse Financial. Looking to buy a home? Then contact Caisse Financial for your mortgage today.
At CM Engrave, we create more than just trophies, medals, and signs. We create time. Time for family. Time for growing your business. Time for the moments that make you, you. With more than 30 years experience for all your engraving needs. CM Engrave.
Welcome to the first intermission segment here. I'm Cody Wall with number 10 for the U17 Buffalo, Jack Smith. Jack, nice to have you on here. Unfortunately, under not the greatest circumstances, you're unfortunately out today, but looking to recover and get back into the lineup sometime soon, I assume.
Yeah. Hopefully next week I can get back on the ice and get going.
Yeah, definitely. And you've had a pretty good season for yourself early on before you ran into a little bit of injury problems. Just tell us about what it's like being with the Buffalo this year in your first year.
It's been great. Skating every day, gym right here at the rink. I think the guys were really starting to gel, so it's been really good so far.
Yeah, that's something we've definitely seen as the season's progressed. You guys have started to gel, and you've definitely been one of the players that has been one of the leaders offensively. What do you accredit some of that to in your game?
I think I've had some great line mates so far, so that definitely helps out a lot, playing with good guys.
Yeah, always having good line mates is always a good way to build chemistry and have guys play off each other and generate offense off each other. As you mentioned, you're kind of looking to hopefully get back into the lineup next week. Kind of chomping at the bit a bit, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Can't wait to get back. It's hard sitting on the sidelines watching everybody else go, but yeah, looking forward to getting back.
And you were mentioning you guys are going to be going out to Calgary, going to be a nice road trip for the boys. Always a good time when you're on the road. Tell us a little bit about what it's like to be traveling with the team.
Yeah, it's lots of fun. Some long bus rides, so really get to know everybody. It's been really good.
Yeah, and when it is your first year, I'm sure you really appreciate that time to get to know everybody on the team and get to make friends as the season progresses.
Yeah, for sure. These will be friends that I have for a long time. So.
And one more question before we send it to a commercial break there, Jack. I know your parents are often out here, really a great support by them. How do they feel? How was it for them sending you away to the prep school here where, you're away from home and away from mom and dad on that day-to-day?
I think they're kind of getting used to it now. It might have been a little hard for mom there at the start, but I think they're good now. Pretty close compared to a lot of the guys, so I still get to see them lots.
That's good. Yeah, moms always seem to have a little bit of harder time letting the son go away from home. But I want to thank you today, Jack, for coming on with me. And hopefully you have a speedy recovery and we're able to see you back on the ice sometime in the near future here.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
That was Jack Smith with the U17 Buffalo here. I'm Cody Wall, sending it to a commercial break.
Graham Forsyth here, back in the first intermission to talk with goalie coach and marketing director of the academy, Pilot Mound Hockey Academy here of the Buffaloes, Gordy Tummelson. Gordy, a much better first period than yesterday for the Buffaloes, registering, a lot of shots, more than they almost got in yesterday's game as well. But just talk about this first period, what you like from the team against this very good Hounds team.
Well, a lot more energy, a lot more skating, and some bumping and grinding. I think yesterday we came in a little bit shy. It's a big team that Notre Dame has, and so they were pushing us around a little bit, and I think we were getting shy. But we got it together, and Coach gave me a little hint that they should be better today, and so they're better. Just effort, foot speed, and getting in, taking the body, doing hockey stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, effort level looking a lot at a higher pace in this period. Physicality as well, but there was a period of time where Notre Dame didn't seem like they had the puck off their stick, and that was a lot of shots generated on net on goaltender today, Miles Gordon. Talk about Miles' game, what you like from his game in this first period in today's game after getting the start yesterday and getting pulled in yesterday's.
Yeah, I mean, Miles, he's had a similar number of shots, but most of these shots have been from the outside, clear. You can see the puck. That's different from yesterday. Yesterday was a melee all the time. There was all kinds of guys around him. No one was checking anybody. Today we're knocking the rebounds away. We're doing all that kind of good stuff. So it's a totally different hockey game. Even though there's a bunch of shots, they can shoot all night long from 40 feet out. Not going to score a goal on us, but they get inside that 20-foot mark, and it's pretty tough for the goalkeeper. So it's been a different game defensively, offensively too for us. So yeah, just better, more foot speed, more energy, and that's the result. It's a 1-0 game versus 3 or 4-0.
Yeah, and only 1-0 after the first compared to a larger margin yesterday. But what's going to be the key for this Buffaloes team to keep it going here? Just consistent effort level, would you say?
Same effort level. They got to keep doing what they're doing. And you know what? The other team is not perfect. They're going to make mistakes. We've had some shots in their net. We're going to get some better shots in goal. And, they just can't keep making it up as they go along. And they're going to get caught once in a while. And we're going to get a chance to get a couple of goals here and there. But, yeah, Miles has got to play well. The defense has got to keep doing, moving people out of the way, chipping the rebounds away that Miles might give up. I know Miles has been instructed to hold on to everything, so he's going to do his best to do that and keep the puck away from the net. Yeah, it's just sort of the same stuff that we've been doing, and 1-0 doesn't mean anything right now in a young guys hockey game. It's everybody's got a good chance to win this game.
Yeah, game could be wide open here. We'll see how the Buffaloes continue to play as this game rolls along. Gordy Tummelson joining us here during this first intermission. Gordy, I see you got the shades on. I know you're going to see the girls play in Winnipeg later on in the day, or going to see some games in Winnipeg later on in the day after this second period. So you drive safe out there, and thanks for coming on once again here during the intermission.
Thanks, Grant.
We'll send it to commercial break, then we'll be back here for the start of the second period. Welcome back to Pilot Mound, Manitoba. The puck is dropped. We're set to go here in this second period of action between the Buffaloes and the Hounds. The Hounds bringing it up the wall. It's going to be possessed by the Buffaloes. It's in our blind spot, so you guys can't see it now. Notre Dame is into the Buffaloes' end. Rubbed out there was Aiden Miller by number 7 of the Buffaloes, Riel Chartrand. That pass high, hits Last Constant in the back. And now Notre Dame is in the Buffalo zone. Keegan Leach gonna send it to his outlet man, and Constant gonna send a high saucer pass to Takahashi. A foot race to the puck for Takahashi. As he is back in this game, that's great to see, Cody.
Yeah, I was just thinking that same thing there, Graham. Great minds think alike. Glad to see that he's back out there.
And now it's going to be played into the Buffalo zone. Daryanka trying to protect the puck, using his left hand to fend off the player, but he gets that taken away. And now here's Price getting sprung with the pass, but Price unable to cradle it. And who going to catch up to him and take that puck away? Davis with some nice edge work down low, able to sidestep Price on that one. Hood getting pinned along the boards there by Price. Schuer there for support. It's the puck, but that's going to be taken away by the Hounds. Canton, he's going to make a nice dangle through the stick. And now it's going to be Schneiderman with a shot that's going to be turned aside by Miles Gordon. Aiden Murray with the puck now. He's going to send that one in. So it was in our blind spot with our camera. That one went off the boards and down for an icing.
And, one thing I think that the Buffaloes have done very well in the game so far is up their physical play from yesterday. There's been a number of hits we've seen in the first period, and already it's been a little bit physical in this second period. So look to see the Buffaloes continue that physical play.
Yeah, definitely something the Buffaloes have gotten better at in this game today as opposed to yesterday. Aiden Murray going to wheel by the Buffalo defenseman there. And now the Buffaloes able to get it out. It's Rockland Hay coming in. He's going to pass that to Windigo. Windigo going back to Hay, but that one covered up nicely by Aiden Miller for the Hounds. Stepping up into the play now is Nilsson, able to get that puck down low. Last Constant now going to give a two-hander to Aiden Murray. It's in the neutral zone now. Leach fending off Schneiderman there, and he gets it into the Hound zone. Now a nice active stick there, turnover, and a chance by DeLeon there, and it's in, scores! Carlos DeLeon ties this game up, and the Buffaloes make it a 1-1 game.
Excellent turnover by DeLeon. He was able to get that puck, and then he wasn't able to bury the puck on his first opportunity, but on the second opportunity he's able to just squeeze it by the goaltender there.
Yeah, nice to see that the Buffaloes were able to get rewarded for their strong play early on. And that goal, as always, Pilot Mound goals are brought to you by Murray Chrysler. Murray Chrysler in Morden and Carmen.
And a huge goal for Carlos DeLeon, who, like a lot of players for this Buffaloes team, has just gotten better as the season has gone along, Cody. The puck is dropped at center ice. It's a new game now, tied 1-1.
Yeah, that was something Gordy and you kind of referred to in your interview with him between the periods is, in a game like this, 1-0 is anybody's game. Anybody can take control of this game still, and looks like the Buffalo have come out a lot harder in this second period.
And I think, Cody, we're just seeing all-around better effort from this Buffaloes team today on those simple things like the forecheck, like creating that turnover there in front of the net and DeLeon putting it in.
Yeah, just a nice overall team play on that.
We're back to play here. It's behind the Notre Dame net, and that's going to be a chance on net for Takahashi in the slot, wide open, turned away there by Kreis. Shot on net. Kreis going to save that one. It's going to be Bear shooting that, and that's going to be blocked by the Hounds, and they go the other way. Leading the attack is Cooney. He's going to send that in on net, and The Hounds looked like they were following up nicely there on the rebound. The Buffaloes kind of taking offense to that. Real Chartrand having some words for Cooney as he's going to his own bench.
And yeah, as you were kind of talking to, referring to Gordy again, looks like Miles been instructed to cover pretty much every puck, and he did just that. Trying to reduce some of the extra attacks from the after plays, the rebounds and all that today.
And now that's going to be turned over. Kreis is going to get back in position to make that save on the shot from Schuard. Schuard in his own end now. He's going to rim that around the boards in the area of Zane Price. And now it's going to be tied. It's going to be tied up along the boards. And now the Buffaloes looking to get it out, looking to chip it out. Line is held. The board's clogged up there by Davis. It's going to go a pass to Davis. Davis trying to get to the inside. And, the Buffaloes doing a nice job of covering up the front of the net there. That pass getting across through the Buffaloes player to Davis, but his shot going to be blocked.
Yeah, it looks like really they're just, the Buffalo in this period early on, they're just taking their time. They're not trying to force the play, at least from what I've seen early on in this period.
Zane Price going to play that off the boards. It's going to get out of the Buffaloes' end. It's back into the Buffaloes' end, as it might be in our blind spot here. It's along the boards in the Buffalo zone end, and it's going to be played out of the Buffalo zone now. Aiden Murray back to retrieve the puck for the Hounds. He's going to take this up the right side. Going to be turned over, and that puck going to be a bit too high to rim it off the glass there as it goes out of play.
Yeah, and an excellent past few shifts for the Buffaloes as well, being able to get some pressure, get a few shots, and score a goal. Now their game is tied, and even after that, they were able to get a few more shots. And they definitely look to have, I think, a little bit have caught Notre Dame off guard here so far early on in the second.
Yeah, it really looks like they've got a little bit of confidence going in this second period.
Aiden Murray's going to whiff on that shot there. Bates going to get it back to Murray. That's going to be tipped and goal! And speak of the devil, the Hounds, just as we were talking about the Buffaloes being back in this game, giving a good effort. That one, can't really fault Gordon there, as it was a nice tip by, I believe it was Schneiderman, number 7.
Yeah, nothing Gordon could really do on that. It's tipped up high and over him, and it's just a goal he didn't really have a chance on, and it's up to Pilot Mound to get back in the game here.
But yeah, they've really, in this early period, or this second period, they've really had a good effort here. So, just continue on with that, and I think they can still get back into this game.
Bates going to slide a nice pass to Schlatt, and Schlatt just unable to keep a handle on it. Could have been a quick goal put on by the Hounds there, but what a play there by Schlatt. Just could not keep a handle on the puck.
Yeah, but nice effort there by DeLeon, really to force the offense there, really working hard to get the puck back there.
And now Davis going to play this off the boards to Bates. Chartrand getting a stick on it there to disrupt the path of the pass. And now it's going to be behind the Buffalo's goal line. Now it's going to be Schlatt with a nice set of hands there with some quick stick handles. He's going to get that up to the point to Davis. Davis, his shot through. And a save made by Miles Gordon, covering it up. And Cody, one thing that Notre Dame does so good, I've noticed, is just that quick passing game, realizing that those guys are in open space and getting to their teammates even quicker.
Yeah, they really play a good, they cycle it around the perimeter quite well, and they really they kind of pull the defense of the Buffalo out of position with their good passing, but something that they'll want to keep an eye on. Try not to fall for it too much going forward, and pull themselves out of position with chasing the puck.
And it's just that high hockey IQ, right? Both with the player, with the puck, and the player not with the puck. Realizing that there is a bit of open space to go to that lane to get an open pass, and those players making those nice quick passes and connecting. We're back to the game here, back to action. Aiden Miller carrying this one in offside, and we will see a face-off draw just outside of the Buffalo zone now.
Yeah, one thing Wayne Gretzky always said is you don't want to be where the puck is. You want to be where the puck is going to be. So that's one thing I've noticed that the Hounds have really done good. They don't go to where the puck is at. They go to where they think it's going to be, and that's one reason I think they're able to win the puck battles.
Words of wisdom there from Cody, taking that from the greatest hockey player of all time, and number 99, Wayne Gretzky. And now it's some physicality down low. It's going to allow for the Hounds to get the puck. And, that one going to be rebound out in front. Off that shot. Miller with the shot. That one gets tipped, but a save made by Miles Gordon. And there's going to be a penalty here on the Buffaloes.
Yeah, I'm sort of surprised that there wasn't, if Buffalo's got a penalty, I was surprised that Notre Dame didn't. There was a cross-check that was quite in the middle of the ice. I think a lot of people saw that, but right now it's important here for the Buffaloes to kill this penalty just to make up for not getting a penalty there.
Yeah, this will be the first time we see the Buffalo on the penalty kill here today. Look to clean it up a bit from yesterday.
Now Hood with it at the point. He's going to go to Bugeaud. Bugeaud across and scores! And what a quick passing play, a beautiful passing play there by the Hounds. And they finish it off with a tic-tac-toe into the net.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of miscommunication there by Leach and Price on that. It looked like they both kind of committed to going to the passer there, and that kind of left Koosmeyers all alone in the slot there, and really had all the time in the world to get that one in.
And that is going to be played on net to Miles Gordon. He's going to just take his time and do exactly what he's been instructed to, cover it up.
Yep, that's good indication here. That is something he kind of struggled with a little bit yesterday. Maybe getting back to the basics and holding on to every puck is something they'll be looking for him to do. Just kind of help with that rebound control.
And the kid right there, Miles Gordon, flashing the glove on Zabchuk.
Yeah, nice glove save. That's one thing he's got is he's got a quick glove, and he's really good with that glove hand.
Gotta wonder if these goaltenders here played some baseball growing up here, Cody, just with how quickly they're able to, snatch it with the glove hand.
Yeah, that's one thing I always wondered, too, is if goaltenders usually play that back catcher role.
We'll have to ask Miles Gordon that the next time that I talk to him. Of course, you've interviewed his parents. I've interviewed him on my show, Coffee with Graham. We're back to play here. It's going to be Zabchuk going to Bugeaud. A shot on net from Baden Powell. It's behind the net. And getting held there is, for a split second, was Keegan Leach. No call on the play. Powell going to get the puck now. He's going to play it towards the middle to Bugeaud. Powell with a good stick. He's able to keep that in the neutral zone. And going to be a penalty here coming up. You guys cannot see the ref calling that play. It's going to be a Buffalo's power play coming up for head contact here.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a play behind the play, and it looks like we're going to get a power play for the Buffalo here. That's going to send us to the Supplement King power play. Athletes contact Supplement King and Swift Current and Winkler today for all your supplement needs.
Derianka going to move that to Wendigo. Wendigo going to drop that to Constant, but it's going to be turned over and taken the other way by Bates. Bates muscles by Daryanka. Bates with a shot, and a nice save there by Miles Gordon. Picked up by Davis, though. Davis, his shot going to be turned aside there by Miles Gordon. And Cooney, his attempt to get it down low, ends up ramping off the the equipment of Sam Takahashi there, going out of play, getting a stoppage in play.
Yeah, that was that play right there by Sam Takahashi. That was something I was kind of referring to in that first period. The Buffaloes seemed to kind of loop their way to the puck. I think if they'd make a little bit more direct play to skating to where the puck's going to be, Sam Takahashi would have been able to get to the puck earlier by just making a little bit more of a direct route.
Price going to get this pass from DeLeon. His pass across to Sheward, unable to be received by Sheward there. And Davis, his clearing attempt. And, that's going to be a bad penalty to take there by Maddox Daryanka, as he's going to get 2 minutes for slashing there.
Unfortunate penalty there, the ref was able to catch it. It's a penalty, and Pilot Mound's going to be definitely looking to kill this penalty off for Maddox.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there. Looked like maybe the Hounds player didn't have a great grip on his stick, because it didn't look like it was too terribly hard of a slash. Maybe a little tap on the stick, but unfortunately, the theatrics of it, when the stick comes out of the player's hand, you got to call that one.
Yeah. No doubt about it. And, of course, we are even strength right now, Cody, as there will be a minute left of a Notre Dame penalty before they get on the power play. Shanks taking this to the net. His shot in tight, going to be turned aside there by Miles Gordon. Now Sheward going to send it in, and, his stick gets knocked out of his hands. You guys could not see it there in the blind spot. But Sheward losing his stick.
Yeah, everybody seems to be having a hard time holding on to their sticks lately today, because seen a couple of errant sticks on the ice.
And now Keegan Leach, it was in the blind spot again for you guys. Aaron Shanks taking a run at him. And Leach able to stand up to the pressure just as well. Shanks, his pass going to be misfired, going to be picked up by Braden Bear. Bear past the red line, going to send this one in.
Yeah, just watching. It looks like every time the Hounds go to hit one of the Buffalo players, it looks like they're trying to grab onto him and haul him down. Something that maybe, I don't know if the ref will want to keep an eye out for, 'cause that's something I've noticed, is every time they go to lay the body, and if they don't get a good contact, it looks like they're trying to kind of bear hug their opponent down and haul him down.
Yeah, remember, folks, we aren't playing wrestling out there. I think that's a message for the Hounds, Cody?
Yeah, that's a wrestling. We're not playing wrestling here.
Also kind of looks like they're trying to give a belly-to-belly suplex.
Yeah, let's keep it to ice hockey here, boys. Talking about the Hounds, of course. But the Hounds on the power play now. 30 seconds remain as that one gets cleared down out of the Buffalo zone. Price out to leave that puck for Davis. Davis going to leave it for a circling around Bujo. As Bujo circled down to pick up that puck. Bujo now, he's going to go to Davis. Davis unloads. That's going to be a rebound kicked out. That's going to be a shot by Bujo, and another save made by Gordon as this one goes out of play.
Yeah, Gordon's really looked good today. I think he's been going cross crease very well. His mobility's looked good, and looks like he's got a bit of his confidence back. Not that he's lost much confidence yesterday, because you really couldn't fault him on a lot of those goals yesterday, but it does look like he is playing with confidence today.
Now draw is going to be won by DeLeon. And penalty expires, so you're back to even strength. Davis, he's going to get that one on net, turned aside with the stick of Gordon. That shot hits the side of the net. Taven Schlatt with it. He's going to protect this nicely. Moves quickly, and Schlatt holding his knee. He's going to... Looks not looking good for Schlatt there as he's going to the bench, Cody.
Yeah, that one looked like maybe as he was just trying to avoid the hit, got it right, his knee pressed against the board there.
And now Davis going to bring that down low, tries passing out in front, but it's going to not be able to get through. Bringing up now is Nilsson. Guys cannot see it in the blind spot there. Got it past the red line and dumped it in. And now here's a stretch pass to Schneiderman. Schneiderman tries to get in by Bear there, but a nice stick by Bear to poke that away from Schneiderman.
Yeah, with Bear being a tall guy, that long stick of his really makes it easy for him to make a good poke check, and he's got a lot of range on that poke check as well, almost like a Zdeno Chara, but obviously not quite as tall as Zdeno Chara out there.
No, not quite as tall, but yeah, that's an excellent point, Cody. I noticed him quite often too in these past few games. Maybe not the way defensively that the Buffaloes like to play, but he's definitely been a notable, at least for me, when it comes to defense for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, always has an active stick.
And now a shot through some traffic for Zabchuk there, but Gordon up to the task. Of course, 7:18 remaining in the second period. The Hounds up 3-1 and also leading by quite a bit in the shot category again, 30-9. Protecting it along the boards there is Constant, bringing it back into his own end. Constant behind his own goal line now. He's going to go down to the ice. The Hounds able to come out with it, and looked like maybe an attempt of the Michigan there, Seth.
Yeah, definitely. I noticed that too, Graham. Just about to say that it kind of looked like he was trying to do the Michigan, but not quite, because he was a little too close to the net he was a little too close to the net.
Yeah, didn't have enough space to make that move. Of course, a nice stick in there, an active stick by the Buffaloes to knock that off his stick before he even got it started there. So, going to be interesting to see if one of these teams are able to pull off the Michigan.
Yeah, that is always a fancy move. Interesting to see.
I know some of the old-timers not quite a huge fan of the move. So, more of a newer generation thing.
Yeah, the skill in today's game is it's crazy. Not something you would have seen 20 years ago in the NHL or really in any league.
And Cooney gets that on net. There's going to be a group of 3 players for the Hounds around the Buffaloes net there. The Buffaloes coming to defense of their goaltender, of course. And we will see a draw to the left of Miles Gordon.
Things definitely getting a little bit spicy here as the players had words for each other there.
What kind of spice, though, Seth?
I'll go a little bit of pumpkin spice.
A little bit of pumpkin spice, so... Yeah, I see what you did there, Seth. I see what you did. It's going to be a huge collision there. Bo Bannerman getting taken out behind his own net. He's going to get up, as you guys cannot see him get up after that. But he is up. The puck going to be played out of play. And we will get a face-off. And like you said, Seth, getting a bit spicy in here. It's... both teams kind of doing some more jawing and, in each other's faces after the whistle.
Yeah, definitely. A few big hits on the play, and after that, Leach, or I think it was Leach, and they had a little bit of words for some of the players on the Notre Dame Hounds. But definitely pumpkin spicy in this game so far.
Yeah, and it looks like Leach maybe got away with a dodging Hounds player there, maybe caught him with the knee and avoided a penalty on that one. So that's something that the Buffalo aren't going to want to have happen, is too many penalties on them.
Racklin Hay sending that one into the right corner in the Notre Dame zone, or the left corner in the Notre Dame zone. My right, their left. Karksmeyer's going to send this one in. And now there's going to be a penalty here coming up, as Corey Nilsson drawing that penalty in the Buffalo zone.
And just as we were talking about that the Buffalo don't want to get into penalty trouble, we've definitely noticed a lot more penalties on today's affair. So it does look like the Buffalo are going to be going back to the Supplement King power play. Athletes contact Supplement King and Swift Current and Winkler today for all your supplement needs.
5:22 remaining in the second period. A 2-minute power play coming up here for the Buffaloes. It's going to be Aaron Shanks kicked out of the draw there, out of the face-off dot. It's going to be won by the Buffaloes. Daryanka gets a shot that's tipped, but wide of the net, off of that tip from DeLeon. Stewart goes up to the point to Leach, and a low shot rebound there, and oh my goodness, unable to get that shot up. Chrysler able to make that save while he was sitting on the ice there.
Yeah, he got a little bit lucky on that one. Well, a lot of bit lucky on that one. Price not able to just chip it over the sprawling Chrysler on that one.
Keegan Leach going to play that off the boards. Aiden Murray going to step up into the neutral zone, sending that one down low. Keegan Leach now going to skate this one up. Skating it out. He's going to take it past the blue line here. A high shot, but turned away by the right shoulder of Chrysler on that one. And sent out of the Hound zone. Just over a minute remaining now. A minute exactly remaining on the Buffaloes power play. Price in the neutral zone. He's going to get it into the Hound zone, but not too deep, and that sets up an easy breakout for them. Daryanka, his pass misfires. And in the neutral zone again, the Hounds pick it up. It's going to be Aiden Murray. Going to send this one down. Skips over the stick of Keegan Leach. Canton bodying Leach on that one. And Leach going to send a stretch pass up to Takahashi. Takahashi going to get possession of it. A short pass to Constant. Constant going to send that Wendigo shot. That's going to be turned away by Chrysler. And now Constant with it. He's going to pass it Chartrand. A blast. And that one going to be wide of the net. And after it hits the boards, it ends up going out of play.
Yeah, and just looking at the shot clock here for the Buffalo, look like they've been able to at least match what they were able to put up last period, registering 6 shots on this period to the 6 shots they had. And with 3 minutes left, they'll be looking to add a couple of more shots and maybe add another goal to the board while we're at it.
Dumped in by Chartrand on that play. It's going to be Schlatt now. He's going to play that up to Bates. Bates now, he's going to cut into the middle, but loses his footing. And that allows for the Buffaloes to get a turnover. Schlatt going to send that into the zone, and going to be a hand pass called on the play.
And it looks like we're going to be getting a face-off all the way down, which is something the Buffalo, I'm sure, will be appreciating here, getting a chance in the offensive zone to maybe win the face-off and register a shot on Chrysler here.
3 seconds under the 3-minute mark here in this period. 2:53 remaining in the second period. The Buffaloes trailing 3-1 in this contest. Carlos DeLeon in the corner, battling, unable to evade the Hounds players, and the Hounds bring it up now. Schlatt going to get that puck knocked away from him, and going to be an offside on the play.
And nice play there by Bannerman, and nice to see him back after that big hit. Another player nice to see back for the Hounds. It looks like number 17 of Taven Schlatt is back out there after maybe getting his knee bumped into the boards there awkwardly early on.
And now that one's going to be played towards the net. Monson with a low shot, kicked aside by Miles Gordon. And now Bo Bannerman in front of the net. He's going to go to number 4, and Schuer gets bodied, though, by a Hounds player. The Hounds looking to break out of their own end now. Aiden Murray with the puck. Murray going to send that across out of the reach of Schlatt, and now it's going to be turned over. Constant banking it off the boards to Price. Price now waiting, shoots, a rebound. Oh, and Price unable to get that rebound on net. Looked like there might have been an opening there as well, Cody.
Yeah, from this angle, it looked like it just trickled right across the crease there, and man, if somebody would have been there to just tip a stick, get a stick on it, that would have been would have been a nice goal or easy goal to get them back into one.
Last Constant gonna pass that to Keegan Leach. A nice hand eye there by Aiden Murray. A high pass sent down the ice there by Constant, but Murray better with the stick there to bat it down. Flat with a shot. That's going to go off the right shoulder, maybe the helmet of Miles Gordon. He wasn't quite sure where it was. Going to be turned over. Hood with the shot. Nice glove save there, high by Miles Gordon. Zabchuk with it now. He's going to get that to the point to Hood. Hood now skating with it. He's going to send that off the boards to a teammate. It's going to go to Zabchuk. Going to the backhand. Under a minute remaining now in this period, and the refs going to call this down. The linesman calling this down for a hand pass.
Yeah, and watching Notre Dame here, they've really found a way to kind of neutralize Laz Constant out there. He's been trying his darndest to make plays, but they've really played good man-to-man coverage on him, and really every time he touches the puck, they really eliminate any of the chances he really can get going.
Yeah, and they've also done a very good job at keeping him to the outside too, not letting him work up down the middle, not really letting him get too many shot opportunities, just really forcing him with the puck. He's quite often it's tough for them to knock him off the puck, but they've done a good job at limiting him from taking shots and really keeping him on the outside.
Now the refs trying to figure things out here on the draw. They do. Both teams get it figured out, and the puck is dropped here in the final 40 seconds of this third period. That shot going to be blocked. It's going to go up to Hood. Hood try to get around there. Nice play by Keegan Leach. Not sure if you guys could see that one in the Buffalo zone, but Leach laying the boom there. Keegan Leach gonna eat this puck along the boards. Trying to kill time. It's gonna be turned over. The Hounds getting possession, and a shot from Hood. Deflecting over the net. And trying to eat it along the boards. Can also hear that from the Buffalo's bench as well.
Nice.
Telling their players to eat it along the boards, and that strategy kind of paying off as the Buffaloes not giving up a goal in the last 40 seconds there in their own end. It was Notre Dame in the Buffalo's end for almost the rest of that last minute of the period, but scores 3-1 for the Hounds after the first 40 minutes of this game. 31-13 are the shots, and Cody, I know you'll be talking to Seth about how the game's gone along on Seth's inside scoop here coming up, but just got to ask you what you like from the Buffalo's game in this period to as well as the Hounds in this period to do what they did good.
Yeah, I really liked the start to this period by the Buffalo. They did come out firing in all cylinders and were able to get a goal fairly early on in that period. Unfortunately, it looked like some of the momentum maybe had fell off as the period did get to the middle portion, and as it kind of got to the later portion, I felt like they started ramping it back up. And for Notre Dame, I thought they came out, pretty well. Early in those first couple minutes, looked like they were lacking a little bit behind the Buffalo, and they seemed to have kind of rectified that as the period went on, and really cranked up the momentum going into the later stages of that period.
And it's a 3-1 game now. Of course, the Hounds lead growing after this period, but the Buffalo's getting on the board in this period, and they'll be looking to potentially start a comeback if they can find some more spark, some more jump in their step, kick it into a second gear to beat this Notre Dame Hounds team, and at least tie it up, or try to make an effort to tie it up in this next period. We're going to send it to our second period, sponsor our commercial break. Second period brought to you by Auto Works and Winkler. Cody, what's so good about Auto Works? Let them know and throw it to a commercial break after.
Yeah, Auto Works and Winkler. Vehicle repair, tires, vehicle detailing. Auto Works is the place in southern Manitoba for all your vehicle needs.
At CM Engrave, we create more than just trophies, medals, and signs. We create time. Time for family. Time for growing your business. Time for the moments that make you, you. With more than 30 years experience for all your engraving needs. CM Engrave.
Welcome to Pilot Mound Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot Mound Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.
Welcome to ASTV Productions' second intermission version of Seth's Inside Scoop. I'm here with Seth Rock. Here, Seth, it's been an interesting game, a little bit closer than the one we had witnessed yesterday. What are your thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, I did notice that Pilot Mound started to pick up the physicality, but near the end of the second, they started to, kind of down. Notre Dame definitely started to, check a little bit more, and they were able to get a lot of pressure. Obviously, they have 38 shots, so they've been putting in the work. But Miles Gordon's had a very solid game so far, and he's really helped the Buffalo stay in the game.
Yeah, he's really looked good today. He after being hung out to dry a bit yesterday, he's really put a full effort out there today, and a lot of the goals that have been going in on him haven't really been his fault.
Yeah, and there's actually a power play goal for the Notre Dame where they scored. I think we got the highlight here. He's just we're just about to get it playing, but basically what happens on the play is Notre Dame is really corralling the puck good in the offensive zone, and they're able to get a shot, and it tips off the stick and bounces over Gordon. And unfortunately for Gordon, the puck bounces. Unfortunately for Gordon, the puck just bounces over him, and he's unable to really get a handle on it.
Yeah, just a bit of a hard play for Gordon there, a last-minute tip that just went over his shoulder. That's one he, really can't fault him on. That power play was a very strong one for Notre Dame. Pilot Mound able to get a couple of power plays on their own. What are your thoughts on the power play from Pilot Mound today?
Yeah, I think it is a lot better than from what we saw yesterday. They've been able to get a few more shots, get a little bit more zone time, although it still has been a little bit of a struggle because Notre Dame's been able to get a few opportunities the other way on the penalty kill just due to how aggressive their penalty kill has been. And but definitely an improvement for the Buffaloes in the power play side of things.
And speaking of improvements, what would you say is the biggest improvement from the Buffalo today that's kept them within two goals in this game?
I think they've been moving the puck a lot better. Yesterday it seemed like they weren't as aware as they are today, kind of throwing pucks into danger zones. And today it's definitely cleaned up a lot. It's still been a little bit of a tough game for them as Notre Dame has a lot of shots. We see how well Miles Gordon's been able to play with that. But, it's been a little bit tough for them still in that sector, but they've been able to get a little bit better at it.
Yeah, and it looks like they've kind of got had a little bit of bad luck there in the sense that they've had a couple of plays that have gone right across the crease and just not able to get lucky enough to get a stick on it.
Yeah, it's been a tough game. It's hard to get those opportunities. Obviously, the defense has been very strong, knocking sticks out of the way, really chipping hard and really trying to keep pucks out of their net. So it's definitely been a really tough for them in that area, and I think they gotta work on it a little bit going into next game.
Yeah, for sure. And let's talk a little bit about Notre Dame. There's always two teams in every hockey game. What's Notre Dame done good today that you've seen from them?
Yeah, they've been able to. They've been really aggressive. Their forecheck's been very, very, very good today. It was really good yesterday, but I think today it's definitely elevated. As we can see, I think they have more shots than they did after last game's second period, being able to really just make things hard for the Buffaloes in their own zone, just by whether it's board play or really being the defenseman being active and pinching lots, and it's just been a very tough game for Pilot Mound to get pucks out.
Yeah, definitely. They've been playing a good defensive game. But as you mentioned, Miles Gordon really faced a lot of shots here. We're just below 40 and only letting 3 goals in on today's affair. Really a great testament to his effort level today. Anytime you're facing that many shots and you're able to turn away as many as he has, that's a good game for a goaltender.
Yeah, definitely. He's having a really good game, and he's definitely been one of the better players. Don't really want to get into saying who your player of the game because the game isn't over, and I don't want to spoil that for people at home watching. But yeah, he's definitely a candidate for that. You've got to think for them, and he's just had an excellent game, and he should be really proud of the way he's been playing today. Yeah,
really a great bounce back game by him today. I want to thank you, Seth, for doing our segment today. We're going to send it to a quick commercial break, and we'll get back for the third period in a moment. All right, welcome back to Blackjack Stewart Arena here for the third period. We are underway here with puck deep in the Notre Dame zone here. We're just getting back under play here.
And thanks for filling in there, Cody. We were just sorting some things out during the patience to get ready to play, and now here's a chance for the Buffaloes. Good pressure created on net, but the Hounds able to clear it away.
Another fast start early on in these first minute of the third period for the Buffalo. That's reassuring.
And now number 14 for the Hounds, Baden Powell, going to be stopped up along the wall, and the Buffalo's able to get this one out. Here comes Lars Colston coming in. He's going to shoot, and that one's going to be wide of the net. But Sheward stepping up at the point and getting this one in.
Nice wheels by Sheward to keep that one in.
Now DeLeon going to try passing it to Sheward in the slot, but a good coverage there by Davis, and he brings it the other way. Davis, you can see a little head fake thrown in there. Davis playing it to the middle area, into that slot area. Daryanka picking it up now. Daryanka going to try to chip it off the boards. Buffaloes. It's going to be Petrenko getting the puck, and oh no, a too many men penalty here coming up for the Buffaloes. Something you don't like to see as a coach for sure.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication maybe as Petrenko was coming off the bench there, and that is going to be a costly penalty for the Buffalo here, and going to send them to the penalty kill for the second time today.
Now the Buffaloes looking to get a big kill here to start off this third period. Not even 2 minutes into this third and final frame of regulation. It's going to be Aiden Murray trying to do a tight turnaround to the backhand. He loses his footing, loses an edge, but he's going to get up, and the Hounds going to still gain possession of it. Schneiderman, his pass to Hood, off the mark. Hood with it in the neutral zone. Hood going to drop it back to Schneiderman, and Schneiderman going to go across the ice to Canton. And now a nice play there by Schneiderman to jump up and keep that clearing attempt in.
Yeah, would have loved to see his vertical jump on that one. That one was a big jump for him.
Schneiderman said, "I believe I can fly." Now he's going to play that one up, but it's going to be turned over into the Notre Dame Hound zone now. Sheward giving chase. Less than a minute remaining on this too many men penalty for the Buffaloes. Dmitry Petrenko serving the penalty. And now Hay dangles through Canton and able to get it into the zone was number 4, Emerson Sheward.
Really a gutsy penalty kill here by the Buffalo. Really a good kill so far.
Shank's going to rim that around to a teammate. Now that's going to be played to the front of the net. It's going to be behind the Buffalo's net now. It's going to be Aiden Miller getting the pass. Gets it to Shanks Powell with a shot, and that's going to be a glove save made by number 31, Miles Gordon.
Very good kill so far for Pilot Mound, being able to, really clear pucks and get pucks down the ice, and it's just been an excellent job for them so far on this penalty kill.
Yeah, they've really found themselves in the shooting lanes and able to cut off the chances from the Notre Dame Hounds in this penalty kill.
McLean Cooney now with the puck. Little time remaining on this power play. Davis looking to shoot, but no, he's going to go to a teammate in the slot, and Cooney, and that's going to be a goal. And a bit of gibberish there from me on the call. It happened so fast. It's going to be McLean Cooney. You guys cannot see that there. Giving a signal to the bench while he was skating by. Dipping the hand there, Cody. And going to be a 4-1 lead now for the Notre Dame Hounds here.
Yeah, 4-1 for the Hounds here, but Pilot Mound. I mean, other than the last little sequence on that penalty kill, I thought overall had a fairly decent kill. Just the last closing seconds there. Ooh, a little bit of problems there for Miles Gordon as he was sliding out of the net.
And luckily for Gordon there, that shot going wide of the net, Cody. It's going to be Karksmeyers with it now. He's going to play that to Davis. Davis, a quick pass back to Karksmeyers. And the Buffalo's going to stand strong there. Able to keep this puck to the outside. And the Hounds, Shanks trying to go up top to Davis. And that shot can be wide from Karksmeyers. That played on net, and Leach, a bit of a dangerous play, passing it back to Gordon. But the Buffalo's able to box out in front of their own net and able to allow Gordon to cover it up.
Yeah, like you said, a bit of a risky play there. You really got to know that your goaltender's on the same page as you when you do something like that. And luckily, there was no misfortune on that play by Leach and Gordon, and able to get some fresh legs out there.
Now it's going to be Maddox Darianka getting pinned up along the boards in the Buffalo zone behind the net, and now Bujo scores! Oh, what a sweet backhand there from Bujo going top shelf to make it 5-1.
Yeah, that one was nice. Cross crease and backhand, top corner, really just a beautiful goal. And, looks like the Pilot Mound Buffalo are finding themselves in a bit of a hole here early in this third period.
And now it's going to be Bujo, the man who made it 5-1 for the Hounds, extending this lead, winning the draw to a teammate. It's going to be Edward Hood now. He's going to go up to number 11 in Bujo. Now that's going to be played into the Buffalo zone now. Number 26, Braden Bear. Going off the boards to Constant. It's going to be picked up by Jade Wendigo. Wendigo with a shot, going to be right in the middle of Andrew Christ there as he makes that save. Covering things up here in the Hound zone.
Yeah, and it looks like got another fresh set of legs out there. De Leon with yesterday's goal scorer Rocklin Hay and Dmitry Petrenko on the forward. And from the point, we're going to have Leach trying to get a shot off.
Now it's Nielsen sending that one into the Hound zone after it came out of the Hound zone off of that attempted breakout. It's going to be Chad Bates now taking Leach wide. He shoots, trying to go low, stick side there, blocker side. But that one misses the net. And now here's a chance for the Buffaloes. Rocklin Hay coming up. He shoots, and that is going to be wide of the net.
Yeah, nice attempt there by Rocklin Hay to try and get it on the net. Saw a defender was pursuing him there and figured might as well get it at least on net and see what happens.
Chad Bates going to bank that off of the glass and into the Buffalo zone for an icing. And Cody, it was something that I noticed yesterday. And I'm not sure if I talked about it in the pregame or not, but just the patience. The Buffaloes have to have more patience out there with the puck. Seems like they're hearing footsteps and shooting the puck way too soon before they have to.
Yeah, that was something I noticed that they were doing a little bit better in early on in that second period. Was it looked like they had a little bit more patience with the puck, and I think that's why so far, if we're grading their periods today, I'd say their second period was their strongest so far.
Yeah, and that also comes down to, getting those feet moving a bit more, something that you and Rick McConnell talked about.
Yeah, something he was looking for the boys to get the feet moving a little bit more. It is something I think has been a little bit better today, but in the third period maybe has faded a little bit.
Yeah, the Buffaloes looking to finish off this game strong. 13-19 remaining in this period now. You guys cannot see it. It was in our blind spot. That one getting played into the Buffalo's bench, and there will be a face-off on the play inside of the Buffalo zone.
Yeah, one thing you can't discredit enough, or you can't think about enough is the fact that, the Buffalo are missing a lot of guys. They're probably playing a little bit tired considering that they are a short bench, and maybe late in the game that is something that comes into play here.
And now a save there by Miles Gordon. It's going to be turned aside. Wendigo behind his own net. He's going to play that off the glass. It's going to be taken out by the Buffaloes now. Through the blue line, that's going to be a shot wide of the net there by Carlos De Leon. Last Constant now tries to shovel that pass to the front of the net, but defended nicely were the Hounds. Defending nicely were the Hounds on that one.
Yeah, really, they're always making good tape-to-tape passes. Even just there, you see number 7 with a nice cross between the stick pass to his teammate, number 12 of Shanks.
And it's going to be played out in the Buffalo zone now. And here's Last Constant. Constant now going to shield that away. Constant trying to play that to the front, to the middle of the ice in the offensive zone. But it gets taken away. Bugeaud tried a touch pass through with the backhand, and you guys cannot see it there. Oh my, Last Constant in the blind spot of our camera. First got hit Zabchuk, and then gave a shot to a Notre Dame Hounds player on the bench.
I don't know so much about that penalty there, if you ask me, but I definitely think, Powell maybe should have gotten a coincidental because he shoved him right back after the play, but it's got to be up to the Pilot Mound Buffaloes here to really kill this penalty off for Laz.
I think what costed Laz there, the viewers cannot see it. He took a swing at a player and connected on the Hounds bench. So
okay, I thought it was after the hit he laid on someone in front of the bench.
Yeah, Powell was just kind of stepping up for the teammate off the bench there, and something he probably would regret. He'd probably take that one back if he were to go back.
Got to remember though, these players are just kids and they get frustrated. Being down 5-1, down big once again, not the funnest thing in the world as a hockey team.
Yeah, for sure.
Davis going to work that to Bugeaud. He goes cross crease to Karksmeyers there, but it's going to be sent out of play.
One thing for Laz, though, you think he's probably getting a little frustrated because he's not been able to really generate anything just because they, as I mentioned before, they've been just great on defending him today.
And Davis going to retreat into his own end to grab this puck. That was left behind the net by Andrew Kreis. Davis now going to fake like he's going inside, goes to the outside, now brings it in and it scores! Oh man, what a move there from Davis.
Yeah, that was a nice shot placement by Davis, just in a tight spot as he was just coming in, and that one was a nice goal.
And wow, just walked the whole Buffaloes team on the outside there, cut in a bit, Cody, and roofed it backhand, top shelf, and not much room there to put that one up, but he found a way. He did exactly that.
Yeah, he really found the sweet spot there and was able to put his team up another goal here.
Corey Nilsson going to play that off the boards.
And another power play goal by the Hounds there.
What a move there by Chad Bates, toe dragging to the inside and ringing iron off that shot.
Yeah, just a little bit off target there is Chad Bates' shot, but sure they're not minding. They got enough goals so far today. They're one or two that miss. Sure, they're not too offended.
Aiden Murray picking up this puck. We're back to even strength here. It's going to go to Monson. Monson, his shot going to get blocked by Bannerman. Bannerman now behind his own net. He's going to go to Chartrand. Chartrand flipping that out of his own end. Now Laz Constant going to step up into the offensive zone. He's going to take this wide, using his strength, shielding that puck, able to get a shot on net. Laz's pass to Chartrand, unable to get through. It's going to be a pass to the high slot area, but it's going to be taken away by the Notre Dame Hounds.
Yeah, just to kind of expand off of a point you made earlier, Graham, just looking at that play there by Bo Bannerman, it would have been, there kind of feels like they're rushing the play sometimes. He kind of stepped up there and just took a shot, and that one ended up becoming a play back into their own end. If he would have held on to it for a second, maybe tried to find an open Buffalo player able to maybe generate a chance the other way.
Keegan Leach gonna put that under the stick of Canton and pass to a teammate. It's gonna go up towards the blue line to Constant. He toe drags before taking the shot, but that one unable to find the back of the net. And now it's gonna be Canton coming in now. Canton, he's gonna find Shanks near the front of the net, but Shanks unable to cradle that pass in tight. Going to be taken away now by Petrenko. He's going to go up to Constant. Constant now tries to slide that through to Petrenko, but pass was not there. DeLeon with the shot, and that one's going to go wide of the net. Petrenko to Constant. Constant now trying to protect the puck, shielding it with his body. That's going to be sent into the Buffalo zone. No icing on the call. Behind the net is Nielsen now. Nielsen skates it up that left side and puts it off the boards in the neutral zone. DeLeon going to go back into his own end to Chartrand. Hey, plays that off the boards, and now, DeLeon gets that blocked. And it's going to be covered up, but, maybe being a bit nitpicky here, Cody, but if DeLeon just had that awareness to have a bit of patience to, get that puck to his backhand, he would have had a wide open teammate out in front who no one was covering.
Yeah, and the teammate he would have had was Price, a guy who's had numerous chances today and really just been so close to capitalizing, and, it'd be nice to see him, be able to put away one of those grade A chances he's had.
Going to be turned over in the neutral zone. The Hounds get it back though, and Hood going to play that up. Bannerman going to slide that across to Leach. Keegan Leach surveying. He doesn't like what he sees in the neutral zone, so goes to Wendigo, and the Buffaloes end up getting it down into the Hounds' end, and that's going to be a turnover by Chrysler, and the Buffaloes unable to effectively get that to the net. And now Bujo going to be closed off in the middle of the ice there in the neutral zone.
Nice play by Price there to kind of chip it around the defender there.
Now it's going to be picked up by Laz Constant. Laz Constant throwing in some head fakes. He's going to go. Laz Constant unable to catch up with that puck. Schneiderman. And you guys couldn't see it, but behind the play, we saw the two Hounds players run into each other at center ice. It's going to be Schlatt with it. He's going to play that up off the boards to Canton, and that's going to be to Karksmeyers, my apologies. And now Constant going to send that to Takahashi. That went to Daryanka, and Daryanka gets that turned over. Racklin Hay going to Carlos DeLeon. Constant now, waiting with it. He's going to go back in his own end to DeLeon. Less than 6 minutes remaining now in this period. 6-1 is the lead for the Hounds. The Buffaloes in their zone. Got to get puck possession. Braden Bear going to play that off the boards. He's going to send this down into the Hound zone. And now it's going to be Karksmeyers with it. He tries dangling through Wendigo with a backhand windmill through the legs of Wendigo, but going to be offside on the play, and we'll get a stoppage at 15-17 left in the period.
A notable player for me for the Buffaloes today has been Keegan Leach. He's been safe to say a one-man wrecking crew throughout this whole game, especially in the third period. He's had a few hits in just the few shifts he's had.
Yeah, he's really looked good on the defensive side. I can't see him being beat too many times today in any of the plays. He really has been the backbone of this defense all year.
Yeah, Keegan Leach, safe to say the Buffalo's happy to have him back in the lineup this week. And now it's going to be in the Buffalo zone. Chartrand, he's going to send that across to Nilsson. Nilsson off the boards to Petrenko. Petrenko getting that off the boards, chipping it out, but into the Hounds' possession right away. Now it's going to be Monson, ends up leaving that for Hood. Hood passes it up to Davis. Davis looking to take it wide. Davis now taking it around the net. Causes Chartrand to lose his stick. It's going to go to Hood, and a tip in front off of the shot from Hood by Shanks. But that one goes over the net and out of play.
Yeah, looks like the Notre Dame, really, they like to try and engage the defensemen as much as they can, try to cycle it around the outside boards and then lure players, the forwards, away from the defensemen so they can pass it back and get a big shot through traffic on net.
Now it's going to be Notre Dame in the Buffalo zone. A nice stick there by DeLeon. He's going to get another poke at it, and he's going to send it deep into the Hound zone. Back there to retrieve it is Davis. Davis going to number 19 and Cooney plays it up to Monson. Monson gets closed off there by Nilsson. It's going to be Shanks passing out front to Monson and unable to get through to the net as the Buffaloes did a nice job of clogging that zone up.
Nice effort by Schuart to just force his way down into the offensive zone there, and able to take on three guys there.
DeLeon with a shot from the outside, turned away by the blocker of Andrew Chrysler. And now that's going to be into the Buffalo zone. Bannerman.
I think Laz Constant lost the skate blade.
And you are right there, Seth. You can see the linesman. Actually, you can't see the linesman. I'm pretty sure you guys can't see it at home. Picking it up.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate timing for the Buffalo there.
Yeah, I was surprised. He's so good on his edges. You usually don't really see him taking spills like that. Losing the skate blade, kind of obvious at this point now.
But you know what? If you had to choose between losing a skate blade and losing a guy to injury, I'd take the skate blade every day, especially a guy like Laz Constant who often can generate a lot of offense.
No doubt about it. I think a lot, if not all, hockey fans would take the losing of the skate blade other than an injury. And we are going to get a penalty here coming up to number 11, Bujo of the Hounds, putting the Buffaloes on the power play.
Yeah, that sends us to the Supplement King power play. Athletes contact Supplement King and Swift Current and Winkler today for all your supplement needs.
Yeah, I don't really know if that penalty was a good one to take there. Normally, if this was a little bit of a closer game, that wouldn't have been very smart, but it's near the end of the game, and the Buffaloes just want to maybe get a goal here to establish some momentum going into next game.
It's going to be played to Price. He's going to go up to Daryanka. Daryanka stops up, goes back to the left side for Price, and that's going to be cleared out of the Hound zone.
Nice wheels on by Daryanka to get back there as Snyderman was pursuing the puck as well.
It's going to be a long pass to Zane Price, but the linesman says not so fast. That's an offside, young fella, and we're going to get a face-off just outside of the Hound zone. Nope, just how I thought. It's going to be into the Buffalo zone because of where that pass came from.
Yeah, just a half second too fast there on receiving that pass, and he was definitely off to the races. Would have been a nice play there. A good player, a guy who's had a lot of chances today was Zane Price, and unfortunately called on the offside there.
And that was a heavy shot there from Zabchuk. Ends up going out of play. And we will get a face-off outside of the Buffalo's end. And now it's going to be Bear sending that across to Chartrand, and Chartrand's going to call off the sub. Zabchuk in on a lone, scores! And Zabchuk taking advantage of a bad mistake there by Chartrand and making the Buffaloes pay.
And, you kind of got to feel a little bit for Chartrand on that one. He kind of lost an edge and started slipping around. Couldn't really corral the puck 100%, and the puck was stripped, and they went down and scored, and just an unfortunate play there for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, just looked like he was trying to make the right play with stopping up there, and kind of, like you said, Seth, lost an edge and lost the puck in the process.
That's going to be sent on net. 7-1 is the lead now for the Hounds in the final 2 minutes of this game, and that coming on the penalty kill nonetheless. Keegan Leach doing a nice job of evading the pressure there, and Leach going to lower the shoulder to protect the puck from Zabchuk. Ultimately loses it there, but gotta love that, seeing that from Keegan Leach, just that effort.
Yeah, skating through the zone there and trying to lay a reverse hit there to create some time and space.
It's going to go Leach, his shot, unable to get through, and that's going to be cleared out of the Hounds zone. It's going to be Keegan Leach now getting pressured by Karksmeyers. Leach getting held by Karksmeyers. And still getting held up by Karksmeyers, but finally those two separate from each other. Sam Takahashi now coming into the zone. Takahashi going to stick handle to the outside. Takahashi taking it around the Hounds net now. Less than a minute to play in this game. He's finally going to get closed off. There was Takahashi, and the Hounds going to send it on net. Gordon makes the save. No icing on the play. Bo Bannerman now, he's going to shield that puck with his body. He's going to find DeLeon, and DeLeon goes up to Petrenko. Petrenko now is not going to win the race to that puck. Now it's going to be Bo Bannerman sending that off the boards. And in the dying seconds of this game, the Hounds still possess the puck. The Buffaloes get it back. They're going to potentially get one more shot on net, but Aiden Murray has a nice stick there. And it's going to be an offside on the play. Murray with a nice stick to knock that away from DeLeon. You guys can't see it as it is in our blind spot, I do believe. But after the play, Rockland Hay getting taken out by two Hounds players.
Yeah, it looked like they'd said that was enough from McLean Cooney and told him to go back to the dressing room after that. A bit of a late hit.
And you saw after too, Schlatt was helping him up, and it was kind of a nice thing. Pats him up, helps him up, and it was a nice show of respect from two opposing players.
Well, taking care of business again today were the Hounds, winning by one less goal this time around, 7-1 in today's matchup between the Buffaloes, and both teams going to tap their sticks, saluting each other, but you gotta know that they're just doing that for show. I gotta feel like, I got a hunch that these two teams don't really like each other very much.
Yeah, I agree with you 110% there, Graham, because, definitely in that third period, stuff started to get really chippy, and you could tell that probably both coaches wanted this game to end sooner rather than later.
Well, the Buffaloes losing their second game of the weekend. Notre Dame winning their second game of the weekend, 7-1. Also outshooting the Buffaloes 47-20. We're going to send it to a commercial break. This third period was brought to you by Doaks Bulk Fuels. For all your petroleum needs, contact Doaks Bulk Fuels today. And after the commercial break, myself, Graham Forsyth, Cody Wall, and Seth Rock will be joining you guys. We'll be coming to you guys with the pregame show, with the postgame show here on ASTV.
Welcome to Pilot Mound Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot Mound Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.
Graham Forsyth back here at Pilot Mound, Manitoba, in Pilot Mound, Manitoba at Blackjack Stewart Arena for the post-game show here, here with Cody Wall and Seth Rock. And Cody, Seth, my apologies. Seth, you got a highlight that you want to show us, a goal that was scored in that third period.
Yeah, it's the 5th goal there for Notre Dame here, and it's a very impressive one. As you can see, the player gets the puck on the backhand and is able to really roof her nice in the top right corner. And so you can see the two teams celebrating there. It was a very pretty goal, and it all started from the pressure that Notre Dame had in the zone, being able to turn a few pucks over and able to get that puck right to the front of the net, and for a beautiful backhand and even more beautiful goal.
Seems like one thing, Seth, and we'll get Cody's thoughts on it as well, that Notre Dame was really doing good today was utilizing their speed, and we saw it start to wear down the Buffaloes in many parts of the, whether it was the first, second, or third period, just consistently using that speed, beating the Buffaloes to a lot of pucks in today's game.
Yeah, definitely. Their speed has been a big factor in both these games, and I think it's probably been the outlier as far as number one things go for Notre Dame. And they've won so many puck battles by using speed. Having an extra guy in there, being able to steal pucks away, and just really not giving Pilot Mound the time of day.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there, Graham and Seth, that that has been one of the keys for Notre Dame is their speed. They are a little bit of a quicker team than Pilot Mound, and they've really showed it in these two games that we've watched. Just being able to be the first on the puck, and when you're able to be the first on the puck, obviously you have the puck on your stick and you're able to create more plays going forward.
Yeah, not only their speed, I think it's also just their awareness out there of knowing that there's open guys, making really quick passes and really sucking the Buffaloes in. And that's one thing that I noticed today. The Buffaloes got a lot better at clearing away rebounds, but it was just those little things like, getting that puck to those safe areas. And on times and goals, even though there were some unfortunate plays like Chartrand losing an edge there and not able to cradle that puck, just something overall consistently the Buffaloes need to consistently get that out of their game is those little mistakes, those little cough-ups.
Yeah, for sure. Those are some things they do need to work on. And yeah, like you said that before, the awareness too a little bit needs to get heightened. Although, one thing I do think that was really good for Pilot Mound today was their physical side. I think that was a major step up for them this game. And certainly in two players I noticed that tuned that up definitely were Keegan Leach and Braden Bear. Both guys, Braden Bear being a bigger guy, being able to really smash a few people. We saw in the first period he had a massive hit there, but it's just a excellent game as far as physicality goes.
Yeah, they did definitely step up the physicality today in today's game, and everybody has stepped it up. But yeah, those two players you kind of mentioned really were the leaders in the physicality department today.
And, one thing, like we talked about, is the Buffaloes being more patient out there and not forcing as many passes. It seems like when this team gets down by a lot, they have a tendency to do that, and they kind of get away from their game plan, what's working, like those short breakout passes, having support there, kind of their guys all scattered all over the ice and not playing with much stretcher. What do you think a big focus, Seth, is going to be for this team in tomorrow's game to eliminate that stuff?
Yeah, I think it stems from what we were talking about a little bit before, and I think that is, more awareness in your zone and the offensive zone. We saw at times they were unable to send passes that they would have liked to, being passes also being picked off. So I think just, a little bit more awareness in the offensive zone and defensive zone and even neutral zone, just a little bit more awareness in general can really be a big step up for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, and just to kind of expand on that awareness, we had spoke a little bit earlier about how Notre Dame was aware of where the puck was going to be. That's one thing I think Pilot Mound has to work on a little bit, is that awareness to just anticipate where the play is going to go. And I think if they are able to get a little bit of that anticipation and figure out where the play is going to develop, they'll be able to have a better outlook on tomorrow's game.
Yeah, and there was one play you talk about awareness. I said it's a bit of a nitpick because it's, the game's going so fast out there. But Carlos DeLeon, I believe it might have been him. No, it was Rockland Hay. I think it was DeLeon. It was either one of the two. And, if he just dangled, he pulled it with a toe drag, getting into his backhand and passing that cross crease to a guy like Zane Price, they could have had a scoring chance, but unfortunately they got shut down on that one. But let's talk about Notre Dame. Dominance again in this game. It was not as dominant throughout the first period, of course, but as this game really went along, Seth, dominant performance by them throughout the whole game.
Yeah, really, there was times in that first period where Buffalo's got their chances, but Notre Dame had a few more there, and I think this upcoming game, they're gonna really the Buffaloes are gonna really look forward to shutting those down. But more about Pilot Mound, or more about Notre Dame here. Sorry about that. They've just done an excellent job at utilizing their speed and really just suffocating the Buffaloes in many instances across the game.
Yeah, and as you can see, when the other team, their opposing team, kind of starts getting ramped up and getting some momentum, they really bear down and focus on playing a good defensive structure. Looking at both these games, they've only allowed 2 goals through the 2 games. Both goaltenders playing very well, but defensively they've been just manhandling the Buffaloes at times and really forcing them to make plays that they normally wouldn't want to force.
Talking about one more thing about Notre Dame, then going into the players of the game from Cody and Seth. Talking about Notre Dame's power play, I'll actually start off with you here, Cody, and get Seth to finish it. The man advantage for them, looking really strong, really effective today out there.
Yeah, they really had a strong power play, really were able to move the puck around quite well, able to find open areas, and really, I know I had talked about the way that they were able to pass it around the perimeter and pull some of the Pilot Mound players out of position to get an extra open man and really kind of get a 2 guys away from the puck and kind of develop some time and space out there.
Yeah, that was definitely the main thing. I got to agree with you there, Cody. And it's also just, how fast they were moving their feet, the quick passes as well. It's just been overwhelming for the Buffaloes. I believe this power play is very skilled, and they're definitely going to have to figure out ways they can take up space for next game.
Yeah, and I think it stems down to just the speed that Notre Dame is bringing, and just the Buffaloes getting caught trying to puck watch, going to that puck instead of, covering where those players are going to be, keeping a tight box. Definitely seen that on the penalty kill was a struggle for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, certainly. It's just that, the speed has really been the number one thing. And I think before we get into these player of the games, I think I already know who I'm going to pick for mine.
Well, let's go with Cody's first. You know what? We'll give Seth his first, because what if Cody picks it? Then Seth might be a bit bummed out. So we're going to go with Seth's player of the game first from, which team you going with?
I'm going to go with Pilot Mound, and I got to go with Miles Gordon.
Right.
He had an excellent game in net. Unfortunately for him, 7 goals against, but he still made 42 saves, and that's a testament to how well he played. And I think, in this case, the goals against average will definitely not reflect how he's played, because he's one of the main reasons they were in this game.
Yeah, and for me, I say Notre Dame had a pretty good all-around team effort, but to single out a player, somebody who I thought was generating some shots from the point, was Edward Hood. He was somebody who often did seem to have the puck on his stick and able to make some good passes on that cycle that we had talked about the Hounds having going good so well.
Well, the Hounds and Buffaloes back at it tomorrow morning for their final matchup of the weekend here at Blackjack Stewart Arena. You guys can catch all the action, of course, right here on ASTV Productions. But until we see you guys tomorrow morning, folks, I've been your play-by-play commentator, Graham Forsyth, joined by Cody Wall and Seth Rock, of course. Until we see you guys tomorrow morning, 30 minutes before puck drop, as we'll be trying to get a 30-minute pregame show in tomorrow. We'll see you then. Good night, everybody, and take care.